Hey, this is Terra Invicta, episode
I'm
54.
I'm just labeling this as Delhi episode number 1 in my
No,
notebook.
it'll be the actual episode number.
Okay,
I've learned my lesson trying to label things
fair
differently.
enough.
It's just next episode. So 53, episode 53 of Terra Invicta. It was a nightmare, like going back through old campaigns, trying to translate them into podcast episodes and having a bunch of different naming schemes. Just name it.
Fair enough.
Episode
I
N plus whatever. Yeah.
I just was doing it that way because
No, you can do it however you want. Just
No,
for,
I'll keep it consistent in my notes. My main thing was like
yeah.
who, because it's gonna get weird once we go back to the normal.
Who knows?
Group,
Who knows
then,
how long this will take? Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully not too
We'll
long.
see. Yeah. I imagine we basically have two options. Either it's going to take barely any time in this episode,
Mhm.
or it will take multiple episodes.
At max, I imagine maybe 3, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It depends.
Hopefully it's max of 3, because that would line up nicely with the amount of time I have available left. So okay, let's jump into it. So I went ahead and wrote down the old order for the combat they were all in my notes, and changed, re-added in just you and the construct and stuff. And we're gonna go back to, we're gonna stay in turn order exactly as we left off. If you're just picking up with Terra Invicta right now and you don't know what's going on, Deli got kidnapped last session.
Yay!
So we're gonna figure out how that happened. She got shifted to another plane without any clear way to get back to her friends. So we're gonna follow her for a little bit.
Here's the thing I gotta ask real quick, Caleb.
Yeah.
Did I fail a check or something for scrying that I don't know about?
No. So I'll tell you right now. The retriever, which is what this construct is called, has an ability called Faultless Tracker. The retriever is given a quarry by its master. The quarry can be a specific creature or object the master is personally acquainted with, or it can be a general type of creature or object the master has seen before. They did some sort of magical shenanigan to let Alice-Anne, function for that.
It's the sheer shoe from Avatar.
Yes, exactly. This construct has a magical ability to find you no matter where you are.
Okay. Would Deli know this?
No, because I think you made an Arcana check. Well, I don't think so. Even if you were able to actually do detect magic and sniff around it for a while, then yes, maybe. But even Audrin wasn't familiar with this thing when he got a 29 on it. So yeah,
I do have detect magic prepared, but it is
you'll have to fight it first. So
here's the thing. First off, as soon as Deli is teleported in across the plains, the first thing that's going to go through her mind is,
I told Takely, I told her that this was going to be a problem, but no, nobody listens to Deli.
Yep. So
here is the thing, though, and this is why. So you sent in the chat, you said there were 3 things that needed to happen. What were they again? I can't remember exactly.
Well, first, Deli's still paralyzed, so she needs to succeed a con save to not be paralyzed and incapacitated anymore. So, and then second was fight the construct, right? Actually be able to defeat it or deal with it in some meaningful way. And then also the fact that she's on a different plane of existence. How does she get back, right?
Here is the thing. This is what's going to go through Deli's head. First off, would Deli land? We should probably do this in turn order.
I was gonna bring you
I can't see anything.
Yeah, here's the map you're on right now. Okay, so there's Deli next to. So let's just describe this briefly, right? So, for the audience and whatnot, so. We see the previous episode's end, right? We see the construct climb down the wall and steal Deli in wolf form and plane shift away. And Deli and the spider construct appear in this strange, it's kind of like a big platform, right? And there's bridges kind of connecting to other platforms. There's a bunch of spider webs kind of in the little spaces in between platforms too. Some glowing crystals around that are actually illuminating the area. But yeah, Deli's still incapacitated, so she's not actually sensing any of this. She doesn't know what's happening to her. She's just paralyzed and incapacitated. So
Okay.
until she makes her save, she probably doesn't even know this is happening. But that's the first thing we get, right? It's Deli's turn first in the turn order that we left off with. And so at the end of her turn, she makes the save again. If she succeeds, then she has her faculties back and she can try to do something.
Okay.
Actually, wait a second. Let's check. I think it happens at the end of her turn, but let's check.
Oh, I'm still a wolf. I have to make a wolf Constitution save.
Yes, that's one of the reasons you failed last time.
And you know what? The whole thing I realized with the cloak, it wouldn't have mattered because
It wouldn't matter. Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's see. At the end of each of his turns, yeah. So unfortunately, even if Deli gets back up, she'll regain control of her faculties and then immediately be attacked by this thing, probably. So
attacked.
But-
Okay, fine.
or whatever, like depending on how it wants to deal with
Let's
this.
see
Yeah. So that's the first step. What do you do, Deli? Con save?
Fail a Constitution save. That's what I do.
Perfect. Yeah, so Deli is still out of it. We just see the wolf like eyes rolled back in its head. And then the first thing we see is we see a couple of
I don't know, things up in the top left-hand screen.
Yeah, exactly. We see some dark-skinned humanoids. And it looks like they were like kind of standing around, maybe arms folded, like having a conversation about something. And then all of a sudden they like turn and then, they hear maybe you're like Deli as wolf cry out, like yelp or something, right? As she's just like struggling to get control of her faculties. And the spider construct's right there. And there's like a moment where they're like surprised. You're like, oh, what's that? And then one of them says to the other in a language that you don't understand, but we get subtitles for as the audience. He just says basically, another one. And then that's what they spend their turns doing. If something more drastic happens here, they might spring into action and try to do something. But for now, they're just going to let it happen. And then the thing that happens actually is the retriever on its turn, plane shifts away, so it disappears.
Okay.
And you don't know where it goes. And Deli doesn't even. She's not even sensing any of this. So then it gets back to your turn. Go ahead and make another con save.
Come on. Come on.
Critical failure.
Crit
Okay.
Fail.
All right. This is starting off really well. And then we get back to the retriever's turn and it plane shifts back. This time with its master in tow. So the two of them are there. We see this drow woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she is right there, and we see her basically look at her construct and give the order, which is basically like we get subtitles again, and she says, make sure she stays down. And I think that's its action to do plane shift. So I don't think, I can't do anything else really. But it is threatening you again. And so it goes back to you. You have another chance before it's going to do something to you.
I don't even have a chance really because it's going to just attack me even if I go up.
Yeah, let me check real quick before you make this
Oh
save.
no, come on.
Failed again.
It's an 8, a 1, and a 12.
For 1 minute is the max you can be paralyzed with this. How many? Let's see. One,
I
two,
think this is the 6th round.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So
because I rolled
at
3
round
times
10,
earlier. Yeah.
I think you rolled 2 times earlier, but I think we had a first round where you didn't have to. It hadn't done it on you yet, maybe? I don't know. 6 makes sense though. Is this the 6th round? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that was the 6th roll. I'm scrolling up.
Yes. I know you made it at least twice before.
Yeah, so let's see. There's a
I think it may have just been
a failed
twice.
Constitution save, a successful perceptions check. Failed Constitution save.
I think it's just the twice. I think that was the 5th roll.
Yeah, that is the 5th. Then I thought there was
Yeah.
another. I'm
So you're
probably
halfway
thinking
through
of a concentration check for a spell. Is what I'm thinking of.
Yep. So you have halfway to go before it will just like be over with. No
Naturally.
problem. Yeah, naturally. We go to the drow in the corner there. They just shout something to the lady. They just say, "Who's the quarry for this time, mistress?" And she just like gives them a glare, like, "I'm not going to answer that. I don't have to talk to you people." And I think she's going to point her crossbow at you. Because she has like a poison thing that can just make you like just go to sleep. So she's going to try and see if she can do that. You're incapacitated, so this has advantage. If it hits, it's a crit. Well, it was already a crit.
Doesn't matter. It's a crit anyway.
So you take 14 piercing.
I'm still a wolf.
Yeah, and make a con save.
Because I'm so great at that in wolf form.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you fail it by 5 or more, you're unconscious. And
great.
for 1 hour.
You know what? My whole plan. Okay, I'm just going to say this because it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
The thing was, if Deli had come up,
yep,
this would have been the point where she's like, because you said there's option of fighting, coming up, fighting, and then getting back. But the thing is, she can't do the last one if she does the first two the way I see it right now. She obviously doesn't know where she is right now. But the way she sees it, if she had come up and realized what would happen, she would have been like, okay, I'll go. Because fighting's not going to be helpful right now. Yeah, because if I fight and I kill you, great. I'm stuck in a place where I don't know how to get out of. So honestly, what happened was pretty much what I was planning on a little bit anyway. So now I'm
so I assume, does your wolf form, how long does that wolf form last?
6 hours.
6 hours? Okay.
I think it's 6 hours at this point.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and copy you over to a new map. I got a series of maps that we could go through depending on how things go. So let's go to this one. Let's see, where's a prison on this map that I can throw you into? What makes sense? Yeah, here you go.
You stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half of your druid level rounded. 5 hours then. Because I'm level 11.
Yep, makes sense. All right. I'm going to drag you to this map.
Oh my gosh.
Can you see things?
Yes.
Okay.
Although, wait, does wolf have dark vision? A wolf does not have dark vision.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, frick. Okay, I don't think it matters. I clicked wolf. I just need to click dire wolf.
Dire wolf, yeah.
Didn't matter. It would have only increased all of those checks by 1. And I failed all of them by way more than 1.
Yep.
Still though, no. I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smelling, but still no dark vision. Why does a wolf not have dark vision?
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, dark vision in D&D is like a magical sense that doesn't actually exist in real life. So,
true. Point is,
wouldn't make.
Yeah. If this is actually dark in here, I do not see anything.
Yeah, it probably is dark in here, but it doesn't matter that much that you see this. I wasn't going to go ahead and do the dynamic lighting for this whole thing. Basically you're so this gate right here is locked. And you're in what looks like it's like some sort of thing they might have kept, I don't know, monster in and fed it things. You're the only monster in here right now. And you wake up an hour after she hits you with the poison, right? And you're still a wolf, but you may, go out of wolf form at any time if you wish. And you're locked in this cage. And
what's a good thing about being wolf? They can't take away anything from me. All of my spell stuff is.
Let me real quick look. Actually, I think they might have had a person. Yeah. I'm going to see if any of these drow stat blocks that would have been around here have what I'm thinking of. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so they haven't done any dispel magic on you or anything. You do see that the spider is waiting just outside the gate, you're staring at you. If you do try to escape or whatever.
Can I see it? Because it's dark.
Yeah, it's probably pitch black, so no, you can't see it. But we see it as the audience. But yeah, you wake up. What do you do?
Della's gonna get up. She's gonna sniff around. She's like, because she doesn't know where she is.
Yeah. Not at all.
Probably what she'll do is, do I hear the spider outside the door?
If you listen long enough, then yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
I have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. So
Yeah. Go for it.
come on, roll well this time.
Your DC's 20, so you didn't make it,
A 19.
even with advantage. Yep. So you have no idea where you are. There's nothing around you, right? You have no sense of anything. You can't even hear that the spider's waiting for you outside.
Probably what Deli would do is, since she's in wolf shape, she's just gonna look
Sniff
kind of
around.
sniff around, and then like just in the direction that like, and just I don't know. I don't want to. Let's see. Just gonna roll a d4 to see which direction she does this.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So it's because it does below her. She's gonna do her
get to a wall right away.
Well, no. Well, what she's gonna do is she's gonna use her breath weapon because that's something I can do, and she's gonna try to blast just to try and get some light and see that she's probably like in the brief moment she sees like, oh, I'm kind of trapped.
Yep. You're trapped in like this deep cavern, and there's a gate, like a big iron wall and gate over here. But
Ellie does not have light. This is actually. Oh, yes, I do. Oh my gosh. Early game thing is about to become very relevant.
Drift globe?
Yes. The drift globe. Yep. Deli is going to, on wild shape. No point staying in wild shape. And she's going to reach out for her drift globe and pull out, probably her eyes kind of stinging a little bit at the sight of the light. Because our eyes have like been very accustomed to pitch black for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah. Very glad I have my drift globe.
See?
And so I'll see the spider. I don't know if I try and fight it because I'm trapped. It's only been like an hour, you say? Deli?
Yes.
Deli's gonna look around. This one I couldn't. Deli wants to try and figure out where she is. The problem is, I don't know if she would. Deli will cast detect magic. She'll ritually cast detect magic, kind of go around, try and see if she can figure out what's going on. She's obviously stuck. Just try and get an idea of like what's going on, like see if there's anything magical around her.
Yeah, I would imagine there's something magical on the gate itself. Probably some sort of abjuration magic that prevents it from being opened or whatever, right? So it's supposed to like lock things in here magically. But that's probably the only thing you sense. They wouldn't have left any magic scraps in here.
I know, it's the only she's trying to get her bearings because she has no idea where she is.
Yeah, I don't know if you sense anything else.
I think Deli would just go up to the spider kind of close just outside range of it because it's clearly being aggressive, and she's just gonna yell,
"Take me back to my friends!"
It literally does not move. It's just staring at you. But there's probably like a couple of moments that pass, and then the drow.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Steps into range. Yeah, she was just like right outside your sight, basically. And she just says,
"Who are you? Where am I?"
Yeah, she says, "I am your captor. You were in a cage."
Wow, I never would have guessed. Who sent you? Though I think I can guess.
You'll discover soon enough.
Oh, don't be coy with me. I know I'm here because of my father.
I don't care what you believe.
What do he pay you?
Enough. Give me a second. I'm writing notes, especially since I'm the only one in this episode, so the notes will be necessary. Finds herself trapped in a cage. Is it paid enough?
Yeah.
He'll just toss you to the side. I'm his own daughter, and he left me on the side of the road to die. You think he's going to take care of you if something goes wrong?
Well, that's why I ensure that nothing does go wrong. It's kind of my job. Settle in, Deli. You'll be here for a little while.
How long?
A few days. It'll depend.
Good. That'll give
Make
me
a
time.
insight check for me.
I'm good at insight.
DC 20.
20.
Nice. Yeah, so Deli, she's actually lying. She's intentionally trying to get you to relax, like think you have more time than you do. You have just enough time for the spider to regenerate its plane shift ability, and you're gone. So that's like, tomorrow, right? And you don't know how long that is in hours, right? Because it's so hard to tell down here. But
the thing is, Deli still doesn't know she's on a different plane of existence.
Yep, it's true. But you can tell that like she's saying that intentionally to try to get you to lower your guard. To make you think you have more time to escape than you do.
Oh, dang it. Dang it. I want to do something. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Deli is going to... this would be... Here's the one thing. I have one thing that can... Okay, so what kind... You said it was a... what kind of magic was it on the...
Abjuration. I don't know what exactly the spell would be. I'll have to find something, but like, your guess would be some sort of magical lock or something that makes it harder to get out.
Would it necessarily make it harder to get through?
Yeah. I'm trying to find something that makes sense for this. Let's see. I think I might have found something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so it actually looks, Deli, like there isn't a door at all. It's just a wall, like a wall of iron. It's iron bars, so right, like, but like the bars are thin enough that you're not gonna be like squeeze through or anything unless you become a spider. But even then, like you don't know. Deli is guessing that like there's the giant construct is right outside the door, but you're also guessing that there's some way that they can mutate, like change the way the wall itself looks or acts.
Yeah, I was mainly wondering because I'm mainly wondering does it look like I could cast a spell through it, or does it look like it's probably
make an Arcana check? Okay. Yeah.
And I have would this count as so? Okay, so Lesser Poobah, you gain advantage on Arcana checks to determine the function of a magic item. Would this count?
Yes.
Okay, Arcana check with advantage 18.
Good thing you had advantage. I mean, even an 18 isn't going to tell you a whole lot. Basically, this is some form of arcane door that basically can be activated or deactivated, like the actual door part of it, by a magic word that only like its owner would know. And otherwise, if it's not like activated in door form, it's like impassable. So in terms of like getting through it with anything short of like let me see. Like a powerful dispel magic might be able to get rid of it, or obviously something higher than that, like a wish would be fine. But
I have an idea. I think what Deli's just gonna do is she's gonna look at it. She's like, I can't quite tell if I can get anything through that. So she's gonna pull out her wand of magic missile and just try and shoot the spider.
Sure. Let's roll initiative real quick because I think it'll depend on something like who gets to act first, whether or not you can do anything with this. So I'm rolling initiative for them.
That's not good for me. Deli's just literally she's just like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense. Yeah, okay. So I mean, the retriever goes first. He'll try to it'll notice that you're trying to do this and try to paralyze you again. But if it fails, you will be able to do something before the drow can act. Which according to your Arcana check, that's the danger here is she might be able to just make it into a stone wall or something, right? Like to block off this entirely.
The thing is, though, if it could cast a spell through it, that also answers my question. So I have to make a Constitution save?
Yeah, DC 18.
Well, I'm better at this in Deli form. 20.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and do Magic Missile. Go for it.
So that's roll 3d4. No, 3d4 plus 3. Oh, I had an extra L on accident. Roll minimum damage.
All ones.
You know what? That's fine. Does it actually hit?
Yeah. I'm double checking here. Let's see. I think it is. Make a charisma save for me.
Charisma save?
Yeah.
That's not good. It never misses, though. I'm bad at these. Oh, I'm not bad at that.
Yeah, it goes through. You can feel that there was something like pushing on, but your like force of personality makes it go through anyway. So you do hit the construct and do 6 damage. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. But it did go through. If you can tell basically you might be able to cast a spell through this if you can see down a charisma save. But as soon as it becomes her turn, she just says a command word and the wall becomes like solid metal. And then what would you do if that, like on your turn next after that? Would you try something else?
No. Deli was just curious to see. She was. The thought was like that. Hey, I can't figure this out. Just thinking this through, action will figure out. Will determine what happens. So Deli's just gonna sit down, and she's going to pull out her magic orb, and she is going to try to scry on her friends, and it will fail. But here's the thing:
because they're on another plane.
Yeah, but here's the thing: though, would I know it failed essentially?
If it doesn't say, if it doesn't say in the spell, let's check because it does specifically say otherwise whether or not you know.
Yeah, it says if a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. What would they necessarily know? Because I would have a pretty good check on this. If I did it against someone like, it's a wisdom saving throw. Who do I know on our party has the lowest wisdom?
Probably Takui.
So I would probably just cast it on Takui. See it failed and go, oh, I'm not on the right plane anymore.
Yeah, and I think like it's not that you know this in like for sure, but Deli probably knows she's powerful enough with this spell that's likely the case, right? It's like I probably didn't fail, and they could just voluntarily succeed, like fail themselves, right? So it's probably that, yeah.
Yeah. At that point, I think Deli's just going to sit down and wait and think. Cool. Because at this point, Deli knows there's no point in fighting because fighting will get her nowhere. And now I'm going to look at my spells and I'm going to prep different ones.
Yeah, go for it. And you have you get a long rest in. You can do that. And as soon as you're finished prepping your spells, she'll come and get you.
I'm just going to move a few things around. Mass Cure Wounds isn't going to be helpful when there's not a mass to cure the wounds on. Dang it. There's 2 spells I want, but they're both 6th level, and I only have 1 spell slot. I guess I could prep both and use the one that's more useful. I'm pretty sure these guys don't like Sun. But I don't want to cast Sunbeam necessarily yet. I have planar binding. Wait, no, that doesn't do what I thought it did. Right. That does the other.
Yes, you could keep yourself here more.
No, planar binding brings in like an elemental or a fiend.
Oh yeah, you could conjure. Yeah,
bring someone from that's not what I want to happen. Wait,
can't you like try to bring a god to
a
plane?
Right, that is the other thing I need to do. I don't know about that. But I do one thing I do want to prep is where is it? Polymorph's not going to be extremely helpful because that thing is it had need to be magic, but I do have a divination. That was one of the things I needed prepped. I didn't have. Charm Monster is not going to be helpful, but meld into stone might be. Can I move when I meld into stone? No, I do not get a burrow speed. Oh, I can't even see outside what's happening. It still might be helpful. Dispel magic is good. Detect magic is a must. Healing word could help. Speak with animals. Longstrider might be more helpful. Jump is probably better than healing word. Actually, no, I'd probably need. Might not need healing word. I don't know about that. Lesser Resto is good. Moonbeam. Moonbeam might help. If there's anything, it's AoE. Okay, I think I've grabbed what I can. Unfortunately, I am having to remove a lot of my attack spells, but I
Yeah.
am prepping them for. I'm instead switching them out for spells that will help me escape.
Makes sense. That's the
Mhm.
nice thing about being a druid is you can reevaluate your spell situation with
Okay.
looking at the rest of your list.
And at that, I think Delhi. Yeah, I think that'll probably be my spells. There's more I want, but like healing word will healing word actually even help me? It might. It might keep me up if something really bad happens. Lesser Resto might be helpful. I don't know what to expect. Greater Resto might be helpful too. Gaish is going to be helpful. Scrying is going to be helpful. Ice Storm is a good spell. Divination is going to be needed here soon. Maybe Meld into Stone isn't as helpful as I thought it would be. I don't know. It's one of the, it's one I don't know if it'll be helpful, but at the same time, if I take it out, I feel like you will throw me in a situation where it is helpful. I just have to go with that. Okay.
All right.
I think when it comes into the morning, because he said it would be like the next morning when this happens.
Mm-hmm.
First thing in the morning, I think if Deli has enough time, she's going to try and ritually cast divination, and that will bring it up to I forget. Does ritually casting that would make it cast it? That would make it take 1 minute, or was it 1 minute? Or,
I think it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. If she'll have time, she'll try and ritually cast divination.
I think you'll have enough time to at least do that.
Which will take 25 GP. It says incense or a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion. I think Madoc probably just likes gold. I think he'd be fine with just gold. Am I correct in assuming that?
Probably.
7, so that would be.
Wait, what is it? Wait, sorry. What does the spell say?
It uses 25 GP worth of incense or a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion together worth at least 25 GP, which the spell consumes.
Right. I don't know if you would just take gold.
Thing is, I don't have a lot of other things, so maybe. You know what? I did say I had. You know what? I do have my bag of holding, which has a bunch of stuff in it. I probably have something in there that
I was gonna say it's probably like a minor magic item or something, right? But I guess there's nothing that is worth 25 gold.
Everything I have is worth more than
magic
that.
items. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You have plenty of stuff, so.
Okay. I just want to cast divination. I was actually listening to a D&D podcast and they were talking about divination. It says your magic what's in the chat? Your magic and offering put you in contact with a god or a god servant. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. So reply essentially. But first off, well, no, I ritually cast it, so wild magic doesn't happen. Deli is essentially going to ask, should I let them bring me to my father, or should I try and escape before then?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, when you ask that, what are you getting across exactly? Like, will it be dangerous for me?
I'm essentially trying to ask, is it worth, should I try and escape before they get me to my father, or is it, should I try and escape beforehand or after, essentially? Because here's the thing.
What will be easier?
Yeah, because the thing, well, actually, no, I don't think
it's very vague to just say, should I do whatever? Why is Zelly asking that? What is her intent there? Is it she wants to know when will it be easier to escape? When will it be more dangerous to try to escape? Like what?
Yeah, so she's trying to find out. She's trying to find out the right time to escape. When is the right time?
Just in terms of what's the best time that will make success more likely.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let me think about this. You hear back.
Probably talking to Madoc. Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you have the orange and stuff, so that's probably likely. It's a short response. So it's not like a whole conversation with him, but yeah, probably hear Madoc's voice say, yeah, basically, it's probably better to It's probably best, Deli, to try to escape before you reach Scuttle Cove. The Crimson Fleet, and your father specifically, has no, I don't think he would. Let's see I'm just trying to think of how he would say this. It would be best to try to escape before reaching Scuttle Cove. What the Crimson Fleet can bring to bear is more than this lone bounty hunter.
I think Deli's going to hear that. She's going to be a bit peeved because she's thinking about her friend. I keep forgetting the name of.
Yeah, you're like, I could go to Scuttle Cove and save him. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like sitting there like, but I need to save him. But she's like, Madoc is telling me not to go.
Yeah. And then Deli, real quick, would you make a wisdom save for me?
No, I'm at least decent at these. Is this against the spell effect?
No, it is not a spell effect.
22.
Nice. That's hilarious. The only way you could have failed this is if you had gotten that crit fail. Yeah, so you feel the effects of the plane you're on, which is the Shadowfell, on your mind, trying to bring you down into apathy or despair, but you managed to resist it.
Joke's on you. I've already been through despair.
Yeah, exactly. Depression, that's my life.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. So when they show up, then I assume. So I think we should roll initiative again because the first thing they're going to try to do is like paralyze you again, right? So you're easier to transport.
Here is the thing, though. Do I know if I'm reaching Scuttle Cove as soon as I plane shift?
You don't.
Because the thing is, I don't have a way to get out of this plane, so I'm contemplating: do I let them plane shift me and then just go?
Yeah. I think Madoc's response to you indicates yes, the problem of getting back onto the material plane is still present if you don't let them plane shift you. But in terms of what will be more dangerous to you, Deli, going to Scuttle Cove is the most dangerous thing that can happen to you.
But my thought is, because
planes
kind of overlap each other. Did we have enough time to essentially teleport, go all the way?
Well, so this is the thing. The plane shift spell allows you to teleport anywhere within a plane.
Oh.
And what they actually did is they went to a specific teleportation circle that's on the Shadowfell. So you could be anywhere if you just plane shift. If you just like transport yourself to the other side right now, wherever you happen to be. Who knows? You might come out in the middle of the earth or something, right? You don't know.
Okay, that makes things more complicated.
Yeah. Like spells that just transport you to a plane on the other side are more dangerous to you than ones that.
Okay, if that's the case, then here's what I may have done. I may have actually taken the time to ritually cast meld into stone, like near the entrance of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you make a luck save. If you fail this luck save, you don't have the time. They come before.
It would have been a minute, so yeah. That is luck. That adds. Okay, let's see what happens. Probably
That's
I try
a crit
and do
fail,
it.
My friend.
Probably I try and do it, and then it's too late. I can already hear them.
Exactly. Yeah, you start casting the spell, and you can already hear them. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative, and we'll see how this goes. Because they're just going to try to paralyze you immediately.
Dang it! I might not have a chance. They're going before me.
They both go before you. Yeah.
I might not have a choice.
All right. So the retriever gets back to that like area, right? It left at one point. But it comes back. The wall becomes the bars again. You don't see a door still, but it stops being solid iron. And then it's going to try to paralyze you. So make a con saving throw.
No.
Hey, nice. And that's his action, right? So it fails. You're not paralyzed. Now the only thing is you have to not be paralyzed by her magic or her hand crossbow.
He has to hit me.
Yeah. 14.
She misses.
Nice. Yeah. So Deli, what would you like to do?
Oh frick. Oh no.
What?
This spell has a 1-minute casting time.
What does?
Wind walk.
Uh-oh.
That was gonna be my plan. Dang it.
So you know that spells could go through the bars, and when they're in this condition, if you succeed a charisma save. But
the thing is, I'm not good at charisma saves.
Yeah. You could also try to dispel magic the wall itself.
But if I dispel the magic, that's my action.
Yes.
Dang it, I did not think of the fact that Windwalk. Dang it, if I'd thought of that, but it would have been the same luck save. It would have been the same luck save, and it wouldn't have had time.
Yep, I gave you the divination for free, but there's only so much time that they were gonna wait before.
I mean, the divination took a minute, so I didn't have a lot of time to begin.
Well, it took 10 minutes, but yeah.
Oh, 10 minutes, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Belden to Stone would have taken 10 minutes too. Then. Either way, even if I asked to cast Windwalk, I'm guessing you would have made me make the same luck save.
Yeah. It might have been easier. If all you needed was a minute, but
so is there literally just like nothing around me? Is it literally just a bunch of? Is it literally just a cave?
It's a cave. I mean, you can see there's basically like a bunch of bones and refuse around you. But you already like sniffed around with detect magic and didn't sense anything. So yeah, at the very least, this cage isn't. It's not a anti-magic cage or anything. It's not like you all of your stuff is available to you. But there's not much useful in here either.
Need to escape. How big is this area?
You don't know. I mean, like this, the cage you're in.
This. Yeah, this cage I'm in
is
like
the size of right. It's
but like
it's
height
accurate.
Height wise.
Oh, height. Probably only like 10 feet max at some points.
Okay,
it's
so
not that.
Turning into a dinosaur would not help me.
Let's say 10 feet across the board.
Oh dang it! I had transmute rock I could have prepared. Wait. I forgot I had this spell. It would take an action. No, I already prepped my spells. Dang it.
Yeah.
I
Alyssa's
forgot.
in YouTube chat. If you're looking for her.
Oh, I did. That's weird. I'm in YouTube chat. I don't see her. Chat is disabled for this live stream. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, well, because I had to restart it like twice.
Oh. Hi, Alyssa.
You have to find it again. Yeah. She said hi, and I said this is going well so far, and she said, "Oh yeah, real well."
Yeah, let's see. Let me do the pop-out chat. Oh, I see it now. Dang it. I think Deli might just have to fight. Here's the thing. Player Seth knows this. I don't know if Deli necessarily knows this, but I know that Drow don't like the light. I might try to cast Dawn. Oh wait, I didn't ever give me a second. I never recharged my spell slots. Let me fix that real quick. That would be charge 2. That would be charge 2, and that would be charge 2. I think what Deli might do, she might try and cast Dawn. And wait a second. If I can survive, this is gonna be amazing. This might not work though. Let's just try it. First things first. Maybe this will help me. Maybe
surge,
I'll just die. Yeah. Okay, no surge. I think let's see. Dawn is 30-foot radius. I think essentially Deli is going to cast Dawn right at the gate, but she needs to back up to an area where it wouldn't actually hit her, which is not too much further back. So she would go here. And she's going to cast Dawn right at the gate.
Sure. As a note, the trash pile you're standing in is difficult terrain if you want to.
Oh, she would
ever move.
Whatever. Be there. But she's going to cast Dawn right
you could
there.
still stand there. It's just, I'm just letting you know. Yeah, so Dawn sounds good. I mean, they're the only two creatures that would be affected by this, so I don't need to like drag a big thing out on the map for any.
Well, it'd be nice. Well, I just don't. I can't see there, so it'd be nice if it also.
Yeah. Here, I'll just. Okay, I'll drag it out. What's the radius of light that
30
actually?
feet.
30 just a bright, or like 30 and 30 of like bright and dim?
Until the spell ends, a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of bright light glimmers down. Yeah, it's just bright light, and it doesn't say past that. And this will be cast at 5th level. So 24 radiant damage.
Sweet. All right, con save. It succeeds.
Is that the spider at least?
Takes 12. Yeah, that's the spider. And then she will make a con save and fail and take 24.
Does she not have disadvantage on radiant because she's a drow?
She doesn't have disadvantage on radiant. It's just that now that there's sunlight in front of her, she has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
And wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Okay.
So
in that case, as my action, as my bonus action, I'm contemplating if I wild shape.
Yeah. Well, if you wild shape into something that has a good con save, because you're going to be making a lot of those.
Point. That's a good point. What has a good con save? Let me flip through my. Because the thing is,
beasts 5e that have good con save. Let's just see if anyone's done the work for us.
I might have better stats than most of these. Is the problem? Wait, Direwolf's already up, and it sucks, right?
Here we go.
Because I need to be something that has a good con save, but also is probably a CR1, so I can. It has to be something I've seen. +2, -1, +0, +0, +0, +1, +1, +1, +1. Frick!
Let's see, beast.
Oh, it's animated armor. That's not a thing I can wild shape into. +2, +1, +1, +1, +2, +1, +0, +2, +0, +2, +2, +1, +1, +3. Brown bear, but I still have better than that. +1. Yeah, nothing does. I have a better con save without wild shaping.
Yeah,
that's fun. I was contemplating wild shaping into something to be a little more sneaky, like a small spider, but I'm guessing that wouldn't help me that much.
Yeah, no, it's not going to help here because they're going to be able to like literally just like close the door on you, basically.
Okay. Well, I guess it's my turn then.
Very fun. All right, Retriever's turn. It's going to roll to see if it recharges its ability. It does.
Frick.
Tries to do Paralyzing Beam again. So con save. DC 18. Fail. And Deli is paralyzed.
Does the paralyze make me drop my spell?
You're incapacitated, which I think that's probably something that you can't keep concentration up for.
I'm Googling it. D&D.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Incapacitated concentration. Second thing that pops up. You lose concentration on a spell.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm so screwed. Yep. Okay, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I mean, she'll like, you could like save. They're not going to try to transport you. Actually, wait a second. Yeah. So it's going to move up to you. Actually, it can't. It's still bars. Okay, this is what's going to happen. The drow is
try and shoot me and make me go unconscious.
I don't think so at first. So the first thing she's going to do is she's going to speak the command word. She has to use an action to do this to basically make the whole gate go away, right? So just kind of folds into the wall and goes away. And then she will move up to threaten you just in case. Actually, how far can she move? Let's see. You move 30 feet. Okay. Well, she'll move into the room anyway. And then you will get another save.
I can't even do it.
Failure. All right. The construct is
I have a +5, and I can't roll above a 9.
Yeah. And basically all that happens, Deli, is the construct moves into the room.
Teleports me away.
And I think it has enough movement. Yep. It gets right to you, and it plane shifts you away.
I told Tinkley this was going to happen.
So let's go ahead and copy again.
Oh no. Hey, at least I have my 6th level spell slot still and 1 5th level.
All right, let me see.
Trouble.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So Deli. Yeah. She is teleported. We see that it looks like she's on the deck of a ship, but it's actually, as we like zoom out, we see it's basically like this giant, like stationary fortress in the water made up of like a bunch of ships. And we see like a island nearby that has like a city, there's like a port city that's like within like line of sight of this fortress, but it's like this fortress is like kind of like in the middle of the like outside of like in the bay sort of thing. And immediately I'm gonna go ahead and find this.
You know what? Now, it's too late now. I was gonna say the one advantage of wild shaping would be that they couldn't take anything from me, so I can't do that exactly. But I might save.
There we go. Wow, that's a much bigger token than it should be.
Oh, wait, do I we've seen him before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's Fao Sha. Xiao Fa, rather.
Listen to the chat, like, don't blame me. Caleb was the one who's like, nah, your dad has more important things going on. He won't come for you.
I was not lying.
You just wasn't going to stop him from sending other people to come for me.
Exactly. Okay, so we see Xiao Fa standing there, and there's a couple of goons with him. Let me just drag these out just in case this becomes necessary. Let's drag some.
Oh dang it! I
swashbucklers
don't have holy water to cast Wind Walk anyway. Not like it matters. I didn't get to escape anyway. I was gonna potentially cast Geish, but
And I'm gonna go ahead and just roll their initiative real quick. Give them the order here because there's still a chance you definitely could break out of this and do something. But what they're about to do is, so it was just the Retriever's turn. It's now the Drow's turn. She's obviously back in the other plane. Deli, it's your turn. Go ahead and make another save.
At the end of my turn, though.
At the end of your turn, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Constitution?
Yep.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
At least you're back up. So you see all of this now, right?
And Deli gonna look to Xiao Fa, go,
Yeah, again.
Yeah, exactly. And Xiao Fa, since he goes first, he'll try to. I think he's gonna cast. Let's see, what does Mind Blank do?
oh no, not mine.
No, that's a good one. That's actually good for him. He is going to cast. Oh man, he mainly has like things that are good for him. I think he'll prepare his action to cast. Let's see. He's going to prepare his action to cast Magic Missile at you in case if you like become violent with anyone here. And then the Swashbucklers are going to take a step forward, and you see that they have manacles in their hands.
No.
Deli can immediately tell they're magical, right? Like just she sniffs it on the air. And I think you are in control of your faculties, right? So I think, let's see, they're gonna like grapple you, I think is what's happening here. So they're gonna make an athletics.
I don't have goblins of overpower
you can make an athletics or acrobatics in response. But you have disadvantage because you are prone, right? Because that's what happens when you get paralyzed.
And they're both +1. So I'm gonna
Very good.
I'm just gonna roll.
Well, they got a 9. It's not actually bad. But you do have a disadvantage. So bad. Yep. So you try to slip out of it, but then the manacles go over your hands, and you can sense that all of your magic fades away.
I'm so screwed.
Yep. And at this point, I don't think we even play out this scene. There's not much Deli can do. I think she just gets led away, right?
Yeah.
Deli tried. Deli tried so hard, and
The dice were not with me today.
no, very much not.
But you know what? Now we get to have some RP that I've been looking forward to for a while.
Yeah. So we see Deli get dragged down below in this fortress layer, right? This pirate kind of ship fortress thing. And she gets put in a cell. Do you say anything to Xiao Fa or anyone else as they kind of get you set in the cage or in the cell?
I don't know what she would say.
Yeah.
At this point, I think if she's actually when they're dragging her down, when they're dragging her down. Sorry, I realized I was like the crit. Wait a second. Wait, no, the crit that happened that one girl made earlier didn't matter because it was a different kind of check. Wait a second. The hand crossbow. Technically, I am immune to crits, but it didn't matter because it just brought me down anyway. And I was in wolf form, so the damage.
You were wolf form,
anyway.
so the HP wouldn't matter.
I just realized.
Deli, they do take all of your stuff. Right, because of course, why wouldn't they? And again, you can try to fight just physically, but there's not much Deli can do without magic. So I would imagine
the second time you've taken away all my magic stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I think right, like Xiao Fa has all like it has his goons like take your stuff, and he has the bags of holding, and he says, "I have to say, Deli, I'm very much looking forward to sifting through this. You're never getting it back.
You're going to be vastly disappointed."
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I kind of want to rewind something because there's something
okay.
Is there something I could have said I did? I don't. Okay.
When would you have tried to do it?
Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't be something she would have done yet. It wouldn't have something that would have come into play yet. But it's something that she could have done in an action before they showed up. I think an action
before they showed up, as in
before the people showed up at the prison at my cell.
You already made that luck save and you didn't have time, right? Like,
well, it's not going to matter now.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
well,
yeah, all your stuff gets taken from you. I mean, you're basically in your clothes, and that's it, right? You have nothing else, and you wait for a while.
Wait, I was going to ask something. When I'm getting brought down in the prison area, do I see Kyrus?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Yeah. To be honest, this place doesn't look familiar to you. Like in that scrying, it doesn't look like the same place. This is like a pirate ship fortress thing, and what you were viewing a stone fortress in this scrying.
Well, no, because he was in the same area. Because like his like.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, it must have been then. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he can be here. Yeah, that makes sense.
So when I see the cell that I think he is, do I like see him?
No. He's not in the same cell. It's just that you can recognize the place enough. It's likely that this is where he is. Yeah. But
I'm saying like as they're bringing me by, it's like the scene where you're going through the prison. I can't see him.
No. Like I don't think the prison is set up like that. There's like different wings that are very isolated from each other for very powerful prisoners. So
I'm looking at my spell slots like they'll help me, but I don't have magic.
You currently have anti-magic manacles on you, so
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Deli will try and like gnaw at them, but I'm guessing that does nothing. Okay. I will say this, after they walk away, does it feel like my wild magic is gone too? Do I feel the rumblings in my stomach?
We've had this sort of thing happen before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like something similar where like magic was negated by you to you or something. I believe it happened at least one time. I don't remember when, but I remember having a conversation about what about like Deli still feeling hungry if X. It may have been after you had vomited out all your magic. That
I
one
did
time
vomit out my
you got rid of
magic,
stuff?
but I think was the hunger gone at that point?
No, that was like actually that I think that was like you've been more hungry than you ever were before. Actually. I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like we've had this conversation before. I think there is a chance that whatever is happening, whatever's true about Deli could break through this. But let's check like
Here's
let me just look at anti-magic field.
Here's what Deli will do real quick while you're looking it up. She's just gonna call out because she sees where she is and she's gonna go like,
Curious? Oh, wait. Curious? Are you there? I have reverb.
Yeah.
"Do I hear
You don't hear
anything?"
any. No. Mm-mm.
Curious?
Yeah.
You look up your anti-magic thingy.
Yeah, I'll
see
do
what
that right
Alyssa
now.
says.
Let's see.
Alyssa did ask the question. Oh, it doesn't matter now. But,
it doesn't matter.
if
They
I-
took all your stuff.
Yeah, even if I
Yep.
did have the sending.
Yeah, I glanced at that in chat and I was like, they're taking all of her stuff anyway. It doesn't matter. It's probably better for you guys if she doesn't have it because they're gonna have it all, right?
That's very true.
And like I gotta be honest, Seth, like unless you specifically like can get to Xiaofa and make him tell you where he put it, he's a very high level wizard. He probably already like hid it somewhere. Like
Hid what?
all of your stuff, right? Like he probably honestly just dumped out all of the stuff that was in the bags of holding and went and took it to some other pocket dimension that he has. Like I think it's gone. Like all of it's gone unless Deli can like find it somehow. But like you're not. I'm going to warn you right now. You're not going into the other room and finding all of your stuff in a chest. Like there's no way that any of them would be dumb enough to do that.
Deli has an idea.
Okay, so what it says here is spells and other magical effects, except those created by an artifact or a deity. That's the key, right? Artifact are suppressed in the sphere and can't protrude in it. Let's see. A slot expended to cast a suppressed spell is consumed. So you can attempt to cast spells, but all it will do is will consume spell slots.
Okay, I have an important question though. So if with an artifact or a deity, how does my wild shape come into that?
That's the thing. So it doesn't say anything in particular about like you have to roll, you know, and it might affect it or whatever. It just says like accept those, but you are not an artifact in the same way as an actual artifact would be. But I think you're somewhere in between, right?
Well, because my point is,
yeah,
we've never really established how Deli got her wild shape. Is the wild shape also caused because of the pearl?
Knowing what I know about it is. Yeah.
Okay, then here's what Deli's going to do. What is in my cell?
A bucket to defecate in and a cot that's kind of like a wooden slab with a pillow on it that's like out of the wall.
What's the floor made of?
Wood.
Deli is going to take the bucket and she is going to start eating it. And when she's done with that, she's going to take the cot and she's going to start eating that.
Yeah.
And then the pillow. And then she will start eating away at the wood. You are not taking this idea I've had away from me because I know exactly what I'm doing now. It has been the trump card I've been sitting on for a while. Okay. But as she does that, and her stomach begins to fill and probably distend as it starts to grow, and she starts to feel sick, she is going to wait until she sees her father. Okay, real quick. Can I take a bathroom break? Can we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break. Actually, that's a perfect time. I need to like figure out what I'm using for a stat block for Alisan. I haven't done that yet. I have a couple ideas, but that's a perfect idea, and that's a good line to end on, right? Like for the break, Deli just starts eating. Love it. All right, well, we'll be back with more Terra Invicta right after this. Stick around.